The Australian Open was over Christmas and New Year's. I was on my own.
We'll hear a lot of this girl Navratilova. The more she matures, well, she must be a good player.
I flew from Czechoslovakia for 40 hours before I got here, and I needed to make some money to buy a plane ticket to the United States.
First set, Miss Goolagong, 6 games to 3.
And then I played Yvonne in the finals, and of course playing an Aussie, it's like the crowd was cheering for her, but it wasn't anything like it is now, but still, they were of course on her side. I'm like, what do you mean, what about me? My first Christmas away from my family, it was rough, but I got to the finals, so I can't complain.
Game, set.
Two girls now walking off together. Navratilova in that amazingly heavily striped, vertical striped dress.
And guess how much money I won for getting to the finals? $6,000.
To take home to Czechoslovakia, that koala bear, and please come back and see us next year, will you? Martina Navratilova, ladies and gentlemen.
So I got enough for the plane ticket, but you know, nowadays you just have to show up and you have enough for many plane tickets, so different times back then.
And I hope I'll come back next year, and thank you very much. Thank you.
Martina and I are tied for the top position in bonus points. And
exactly the same at the moment, aren't you?
We're exactly the same, and the winner, whoever does better in these two tournaments, I think gets $115,000, so it was a little bit too tough for me to turn down. So it's a fight for the finish.
To Kooyong in Melbourne for finals day in the 1981 Australian Open, and what a phenomenal day's tennis it's going to be.
4-3 on grass in favour of Chrissy. All but one of those matches on grass has gone to 3 sets.
Chris and I played 80 times. With the women, that nobody's been there long enough to really develop that kind of a rivalry.
This could level the match. Great point against Martina Navratilova.
You see the tension on Martina's face there.
And I remember I was up 5-1 in the third on grass. Okay, I think the match is over. Kooyong on the grass was played more like a hard court. A kind of irregular bounces, but high bouncing.
Yes, that's the break.
Tie game 3. Quiet, please.
The next thing I know, Chris equals it to 5-all, and then I got really ticked off, and I won the next 2 games.
Boy, it is a long time since we've seen a final that packed this much drama.
81 was my first Aussie win.
Martina's the champion in the most outstanding match in women's tennis played in Australia for many a long year. Renee Richards raising the finger, #1.
So Chris and I, you know, we just played, and one is happy, one is miserable. It was always the case when we played against each other.
What can I say? Martina played better in the crunch than I did. And if I'm going to lose to anybody, it might as well be her.
Your name goes on the perpetual trophy. There are some great names on there. Margaret Courts 11 times, Yvonne Goolagong's, Kerry Reid. Martina, congratulations.
Thank you. What Chris Evert and I went through, I don't think that'll ever be equal because we just played for so long.